So let's talk about the kava scene. It is absolutely exploding, right? But here's the catch. If you're a growing brand trying to tap into all that energy, it's a huge challenge, mainly because the community is just so disconnected. In this explainer, we're going to break down a pretty unique opportunity for one brand to basically become the central hub for an entire city's kava scene.
Okay, so here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with the kava scene, how it's booming but also super fragmented. Then we'll introduce HappyKava as the fix and talk about this exclusive founding sponsor opportunity it creates. After that, we'll dive into the power of the network effect and, why this is a limited, time-sensitive kind of deal.
All right, first up, the kava scene itself. It's so much more than just a drink. It's a whole culture. And what's really fascinating is that this culture isn't just one thing. It has a totally different vibe, a different energy, really depending on where you are.
I mean, you can walk into one kava bar and the place is just buzzing. You've got live music playing, shells are being passed around, and the energy is just electric. Super social, goes late into the night. It's like the community's living room and party spot all rolled into one.
But then, maybe just a few miles away, you find a completely different world. Over here, the vibe is all about wellness, calm, and quiet connection. People are there to unwind, to focus, maybe even meditate. It's basically a sanctuary from all the noise of the city. And then, somewhere else entirely, the Kava Bar is the community hub. It's where you go for open mic nights, for these really intense game nights, or maybe some karaoke. It's a place built around shared experiences and making real friends. And this kind of diversity, it's happening in cities all over the country. So, you've got all this passion, all this growth, which is great, but that very diversity, well, it creates a problem. The scene is thriving for sure, but the attention of everyone in it is spread so thin across so many different places. It's incredibly fragmented. And that brings us to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? If you're a brand and you're trying to connect with all these passionate drinkers, how in the world do you reach them all? All these different tribes, each with its own local spot and its own little social media bubble.
Yeah, this disconnect is very real. Your customers are physically scattered across dozens of bars. Online, their attention is split between local Instagram pages and private Facebook groups. There just isn't that one single go-to app for finding out what's happening in the kava world. And what that means for you is that any marketing you do is just piecemeal, it's inefficient, and it's almost impossible to scale in any meaningful way.
Okay, so this is exactly where HappyKava comes in. We looked at this whole fragmented landscape and decided to build the one thing that was missing, a central connection hub, a platform designed specifically to organize all that beautiful chaos of the Kava Sea. So what is HappyKava exactly? Well, think of it like this. It's the essential layer that connects everybody. It's the app that kava drinkers use to find out what's going on. It's the tool that kava bars use to promote their events and specials. And most importantly for you, it's the single pipeline connecting brands directly to this highly engaged, unified network. And here's how that whole ecosystem works. It's a really simple but powerful loop. Drinkers use the app to find deals and events. Bars use our tools to get the word out about what they're offering. And this creates this concentrated audience of active kava drinkers that brands like you can connect with directly. See how that works? Okay, so this brings us to the real heart of this explainer. A unique opportunity to do way more than just connect with this network, but to actually own that connection within an entire city. And that's what the Founding Sponsor Program is all about. Now, check out this slide. This quote is really interesting. This is a real message we get from kava bar owners constantly. They are actively asking for help promoting their stuff and getting people in the door. They've got the space, they've got the community, but what they need is the marketing engine. A founding sponsor, you become that engine. So how does it actually work in practice? Well, imagine a user opens up HappyKava looking for a deal. They tap on a super popular promotion, something like Always Happy Hour or First Cup Free. And right there, in that exact moment of decision, they see your brand. Sponsored by your kava company. Bam! You are directly tied to the best experiences that city has to offer. And it goes way beyond just the app. As a founding sponsor, your brand gets physical placement inside the bars themselves. We're talking co-branded posters, table tents with QR codes. You get those sponsored by tags on all the key digital promotions, and you become the default brand for major network events like citywide kava crawls. It's a total digital and physical takeover. So the bottom line, the really crucial point here is this. You're not just buying some ads. You are literally embedding your brand into the very fabric of a city's kava experience. When people think about going out for kava, they think of the app that powers it. And by extension, they're gonna think of you. Now, let's talk about how this whole thing scales. This isn't just about partnering with one bar. It's about leveraging the entire network for some serious exponential reach. It's a classic network effect, right? The more drinkers use the app, the more valuable it is for the bars. And the more bars that join, the more choice the drinkers have. It creates this powerful, self-sustaining cycle. And as the founding sponsor, your brand is sitting right in the middle of it all. Just look at this comparison. Traditional marketing, it's a bar-by-bar grind. Your presence is temporary. It's tied to whatever campaign you're running. Your connection is indirect at best. But with the founding sponsor model, your reach is the entire city network. Your presence is always on, both in the app and inside the bars. And your connection? It's direct to the bars and direct to the drinkers. It's just a fundamentally different and way more powerful approach. And what does that actually look like? Well, we're talking about potentially over 10,000 monthly impressions. And these aren't just random eyeballs. These are connections with active kava drinkers who are deciding in real time where to go and what to drink. That's huge. Okay, so an opportunity this foundational, this integrated, it obviously can't be open forever. This is truly a one-time chance to become the exclusive partner for a city's network while we're building it from the ground up. Here's the timeline, and it's super straightforward. The founding sponsor program is open right now, but only for a handful of select cities. But at the end of 2025, that's it. We're closing the program permanently. Once a city sponsor is locked in, that spot is gone for good. So the final question is pretty simple. Will you be the brand that powers the kava experience in your city? If you're ready to move beyond that fragmented piecemeal marketing and really build a lasting top-of-mind presence, then you need to get in touch. You can contact German directly at happykavaapp.app or shoot an email to bula@happykava.app. This is your chance to lock in your city. Don't miss out.